In Kogi State, thousands of travelers and residents of Lokoja have been stranded as the city has now been overrun by heavy flooding. The Lokoja-Abuja road, which connects the north and south, has practically been cut off, thereby paralyzing economic activities, including food supply chain from the north to the south. Wide areas of the state of Kogi are underwater after the Niger and Benue rivers broke their banks. Lokoja sits at the confluence of the Niger and Benue rivers. The roughly 196 kilometers highway is one of the most critical roads in the country, being the major link between the north and south for the movement of people and goods through vehicular transportation. At the moment, the Federal Road Safety Corps is advising motorists traveling to the southwest region of the country to kindly take the Suleja-Bida Mokwa Road, while those traveling to the south-south and southeast regions are also advised to go through Nasarawa Waito Bridge, Adoka Tokwa axis. And for more on this disturbing occurrence, let's talk to the Kogi State Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Fanwo, who joins us live via Zoom. Mr. Fanwo, a sympathy goes out to everyone who's a victim of the flood in Kogi. Help us understand what the current situation is right now and the parts of the states that's been hugely affected.
Thank you very much. It's a very devastating situation here in Kogi State. The flood has really ravaged 9 local government areas that are currently under the waters in Kogi State. You could see that it has virtually blocked also the Abuja Lokoja highway. So it's a very difficult one for the people of the state right now. In a Baji local government, the flood has sacked the entire local government area. There is no community in a Baji local government that is not under the waters as we speak. Farmlands have been destroyed, fish ponds destroyed, and it's very, very difficult for the victims of the flood right now in Kogi State.
So walk us through the kind of correspondence between the Kogi State government and the country from where this dam is released. Is there an antecedent to this? And were there notices given out, perhaps as a form of information to prepare the people prior to this disaster?
Thank you very much. The issues of bilateral relationship between countries falls under foreign affairs, and foreign affairs is on the exclusive list. So it's not the responsibility of Kogi State to have such conversations with countries where these dams are situated. But federal government signed an agreement recently with those countries to the effect that the countries where those dams are located should always inform those that are likely going to be affected by the flood waters before they release those waters. So if there was an existing agreement, there is an existing agreement between the federal government of Nigeria and those countries. Whether that agreement was honored or not is something that will be subject of further interrogation. But what we are facing right now in Kogi State is a very tough one.
Are you saying that Kogi State did not get the warning? Mr. Fanwo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm asking if Kogi State got this warning prior to these incidents.
Yes, definitely. Regulatory authorities, informed the states of imminent flooding, and we prepared for that. While we were even waiting for, the federal government to do embankments along River Niger, they should know that Kogi State is going to be the center point of the flooding, being the confluence of 2 of Africa's biggest rivers, River Niger and River Benue. So it's something that we expected, and we're preparing for that. As we are waiting for the federal government to put the embankment along the banks of these rivers, we decided to do the embankment on our own, the Kogi State government. But when the flood waters come, you wouldn't know the magnitude of the flood water that is going to come. We also prepared for the emergency by activating our IDP camps so that those affected will be able to move there. We embarked on massive sensitization and orientation of people to leave flood-prone areas to areas that are safe. It's a very difficult one, but it is something that we have to continue to do because it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that the people of the state are protected from the flood. So we ensure that we did a lot of orientation. Yes. It's difficult for people to leave their ancestral homes. But when you juxtapose that with the need to be safe, they will have to do that. They can always come back after the water would have gone.
Quickly speak to us about how much government intervention the victims are getting, the involvement of NEMA and SEMA, and how soon do you foresee this water starting to recede?
Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to commend the National Emergency Management Agency for the wonderful job they've done in Kogi State. So far, they've been able to provide for the needs of victims who are in IDP camps. They've also brought a water purifying facility for the people because a lot of diseases, apart from being displaced from their homes, they are battling with a lot of waterborne diseases also. So we have activated our health authorities, our environmental authorities to be able to come in. Also, we have also been able to secure people who are in our IDP camps. SEMA also has done a lot of work synergizing with NEMA to ensure that people get at least the minimum comfort that they deserve. We also expect that in the coming weeks, the flood will go down a bit, and that will be able to give room for after the post-flood intervention. People who are losing their farms, losing their homes, losing their ponds now, will have to live after the flood. Even when the water recedes, the integrity of those structures have already been compromised. So it's something that we have to look at with federal agencies to provide succor for the victims.
Let's touch on another newsworthy item coming from Kogi, what is now tagged the Kogi Dangote face-off. The latest is coming from the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, calling on your principal to direct a truce or some sort of a dialogue between the Kogi State Assembly and the management of Dangote Cement. And the idea is to protect the image of Kogi as an investment-friendly state. What's your thought about this?
Yeah, let me correct the impression that some of these people are trying to create as if Kogi State is stifling the investment environment in the state. That's quite untrue. Under the leadership of Alhaji Yahaya Bello, we have witnessed influx of investment worth billions of naira, and that's why we have been able to create jobs, opportunity, and all of that for our people. What is presently happening now is a disagreement. We never ruled out the possibility of dialogue. Even while I am addressing participants at the submission of the report of the panel set up by the state government yesterday, the governor hinted on the readiness of the government to dialogue with the Dangote Group. What we are saying is that company was registered by the Kogi State government. Dangote Group approached us for partnership. The C of O that Dangote used to take the loans for the expansion of the company, he used the C of O with the name Obajano Cement Company. And the agreement at the end of the day, though we wouldn't have entered into such an agreement, but that was the agreement we inherited. 90% to Dangote, 10% to the people of Kogi State. Today, Dangote is claiming to have 100%. In fact, in the statement, there is a very big indictment claiming he has 100% of it because he could deploy soldiers from Abuja to come and intimidate the people of Kogi State. This is going to be a long one. We are not going to surrender what belongs to the good people of Kogi State. We are ready for dialogue. Take your 90, give us our 10, but you cannot take the 100%.
Hopefully this dialogue is expedited because for every single day that firm is shut, millions of naira, we're told, is being lost. But it's a good place to leave it. Kingsley Fanwos, the Kogi State Commissioner for Information, thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.